All right, so as you may know, the department has been moving to a new permitting portal called eSLA. We've moved here for commercial building and electrical and some other disciplines, and we are looking to move UDC into eSLA as well. So this means for option 2, this is for municipalities that are currently receiving applications from customers, either through their own portal or through paper applications, and then uploading an Excel file to the department to transfer permitting information under the Act 211. Dennis, I see you joined. Would you like to add anything?
Yeah, sorry about that. I got hooked up on that other meeting.
Just I figured.
Talk about in kind of our journey here over the past few years, our Department of Safety and Professional Services, we've been transitioning into the new customer platform for the transactions for this agency. Tentatively on June 28th, we're looking to have this system cut over, but we really got to work with you guys on your integration with your IT department to make that happen for submitting building permits under Act 211 in the eSLA process. So we were looking at tentatively shutting it down on the 23rd, but we're probably going to push that out. And again, this is a new platform. eSLA will look substantially similar to your previous system. Customers will be able to go ahead and update their information and may need to use new templates to continue submitting building permits with the agency. The exact changes experienced depend on how you're submitting your permits in the department. And that's what Edel will go over. And also to help you determine next steps, we're offering training sessions in 3 different days. Subject matter experts will help with the upcoming changes and will be on hand to answer any specific questions. And again, we got the training session set up. Right now, your feedback is crucial, and really want you to focus on the key takeaways is walking back to your IT department, see how long this integration will take, and getting that back to us. And again, you'll be an integral part of the UAT testing. That's the proof testing of the system. And what we'll do is we'll proof test your option. You guys will be the user testers with user stories, and Deloitte will if there's any bugs, they'll work on the bugs and stuff. And so we want to get this all worked out before we shut it down and do our go live. And then the other thing, think about how long it'll take you to do the integration on your piece, working with your IT department. So we have some sort of idea of the timeline. So, and that's really all I have. If there's any questions right at this moment, otherwise we can wait to the end and keep on moving forward.
I have a very brief question here. As far as the transfer over to eSLA, are you going to be doing the remainder of credentials as well at this time, or where are we? Because right now, credentials are kind of split between the classic system I'm going to refer to and the eSLA system. I know it's not pertaining necessarily to this, but just wanted to ask.
I can't even give you a timeline on the rest of the credentialing. I don't have that available, so I would.
Okay.
Any other questions? Or should we get started? All right, can you all see my screen? Great. Okay, so as we talked about in this option, you have received applications directly from customers to your municipality. So let's just say you already have those applications. And now what we'll go through is how you can submit the permitting information to the department. So for today, let's start with downloading the new CSV template for your permitting information. So I believe you have current Excel templates that you use. It's going to change to this new CSV template. You'll access the new template by starting at the eSLA website. This is the public portal. This is a testing environment. It's called pre-prod, and we will give you access to this testing environment so that you can practice and provide feedback for us. You don't need to log in. This is what we were talking about before. Some other disciplines do use eSLA for submitting permit applications, and they have to log in, but obviously your customers are not going to be using this. So this is just for you as the municipality and the inspector, and you will access your municipality workspace by using this UDC municipal login. It's up here at the blue menu bar. So you'll click on that. And then this is very similar to our old system, the previous system. Let's say we are the city of Abbotsford, Marathon County. So we will access code. As far as I understand it, our access codes are going to remain the same. So you don't have to worry about gaining new access codes. If you have your access codes from the previous system, you should be able to use that. This pre-prod testing environment is going to be a little different. So we'll provide access codes to you, but your access codes for the previous system will work when eSLA goes live. So you can log in. And this is your municipality workspace. It's very similar to the previous system. And these links up here are what you will be using for transferring information. So this download CSV template is the link you'll use to get the template. And it'll download a zip file. This zip file will show UDC Municipal CSV upload instructions. And these are very detailed and very helpful. They'll just walk you through it. And then also the instructions will walk you through each column and each piece of information and whether it's required and the type of data that needs to be in there. So say this one, for example, is going to require a date in a certain format. So that will be there for you always to use as a guide. And we'll run through those today. We'll show you how to do it. This is the template. As you can see, very basic. Each column is a different piece of information, and then you will populate each permit and the information for each permit. So I'm going to open a file that I already populated with a couple of permits. All right, so this has 2 permits in it already. As you can see, some fields have multiple options, and that will be required to be entered using numbers and separated by semicolons. So for example, what type of permit are they requesting? They can choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and or 6, right? So then that is listed in this format. And this is all in the instructions that I briefly showed you.
And
some information. Yep.
Just I assume you're going to try to upload this file. So
Yeah.
If you can just update your application numbers.
Yep. I was going to use that as an example.
Okay.
How it doesn't work.
Okay.
I found that out the hard way. Thank you.
Yep.
Yep. So I uploaded this before. So there's a couple things I did with the spreadsheet that are going to create errors, and it will not let you upload. And I would like you to see what happens when that occurs. So these application numbers have already been used, so we're going to get an error when we try to upload that says you can't have that. I also left a little bit of information empty. So we'll see what happens there. So this column is required. That's denoted by this asterisk here. And so anything with that is going to be a required field. That's shown there. Also, that's described in the guidance documents. So all of this information is the same. None of the information required to be uploaded has changed from the previous system. We have the contractor information, the applicant, this is the owner information, the applicant or the contractor information. The license numbers are validated. So those are required to be correct. I left the setback information empty in the second permit. This is not required. This does not show that it is required, so this should not throw an error. But we'll see what happens. The building information, areas, all of this stuff, it's the same. So I won't walk you through typing all that information in. Here's another example of the options using numerical values and semicolons. And then I left applicant blank. So this is a required field, shows it here. And I left it blank in the second permit. So we will see what happens when we try to upload this. Everything else is filled in. This certain point here, this information is permit issuance information, so information about your municipality or your UDC inspection number. All that information shows up in the spreadsheet as well. So let's try to upload this. So back to your municipality workspace, we downloaded the template here. And this upload permit is the link you'll use to upload. Choose file. I believe, I'm not certain, I believe the previous system allowed you to upload Excel files, XLS files. This system is going to require that it be a CSV file. Don't try to upload something else, it will not work correctly. So let's choose test 2 as the spreadsheet we were looking at and submit file for processing. This is the error that Mike mentioned, application number. We have duplicate application numbers because I already tried to upload this before. So let's open this back up. Change the application number. And try again. This has another error, required fields are missing. This was the applicant that we left blank. So let's try it again. And so now we don't get an error message, we get a success message. So file has been uploaded successfully. You can go back to your workspace and there's a batch run that's done daily. So even though you just successfully uploaded the spreadsheet, you may not be able to see the permit information right away. You may have to wait a day, but I will show you how to view that information. So you can filter by these options if you'd like, otherwise you can just press search and it'll show all of the permits that have been uploaded, and you can click manage permit. And this will show you the information in eSLA format that you just uploaded via your CSV file. Tells you that it was uploaded via the CSV file, and you can either print in this same eSLA format or you can delete. Those are your options here. And that's pretty much the end.
Am I correct? This feature you just showed here, this is not in the current, like currently those users of option 2 don't get to see it, laid out like this. Is that correct?
No, you can.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. I usually go in and I print it back out.
Oh, okay. In some sort of organized. Okay. I thought only the spreadsheet was available. Okay, great. We don't go digging into that side of it very often. So, okay, great.
Any other questions? This should be very similar to your current process.
Yeah, certainly the change from the Excel to the CSV will be the biggest change. And then we'll probably have, we'll probably continue to update that guidance document for individuals, just to make sure that there's two fields in particular that are more important about formatting, and that's that application number field and then the municipal ID field. And primarily because CSV files don't have formatting in them, so we can't save the formatting in those files for individuals.
Hey, Mike, also, I think, Ed, I know you just touched it, but the availability of those records, because obviously it's not the current system right now. As soon as they push upload, the information is available, and they can turn around and log into the municipal portal and print it out. But since this is going to be a batch job, however the schedule is, then they'll have to understand that may not be there till the next day, and at the same time, how does that play into those being compliant or not?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, so the compliance date will be determined based upon when they do the file upload. Zach, that'll be the date that we use. And then I think that's a good point. So Susan or others that do go in after they do file upload, do you generally go in right after you do that, or is
Yep.
that something? Yep. Okay.
Yep, I usually do it right away.
Okay. So we'll look at trying to schedule a couple of batches then during the day, but we'll communicate what that schedule is going to look like for when that will run. So whether that's like noon and midnight or some other times, we'll communicate when those times will be available for those to be processed. You can upload the permits at any time. It's just a matter of when they're going to show up on your dashboard for you.
I have the same question I had yesterday. What about the religious waiver for Amish? Because on the Excel, we don't have the spot where we can click on I vouch that I'm the owner occupant. So how do we do it in the spreadsheet?
Yeah, I don't think we had any requirements for how to do the waiver or
Yeah, before we just didn't put electrical down, you know, then we didn't have to fill that area out. That's the way I've been doing it now.
yeah, we didn't make any change from that type of process. So I think that that's probably how you would continue with that.
Okay.
Like we didn't add any additional fields, you know, maybe something in the future, at least to consider, is whether or not you do want like a additional field in that file to be able to log a waiver number or something like that, you know, down the road, so that's easier to track.
Okay.
So certainly our goal was to try to keep this kind of as similar as possible for you coming in. Unfortunately, we did have to change to a CSV format for this. The system just does not accept Excel uploads, unfortunately.
Any other questions? We anticipate sending you kind of a guidance document that goes over what we did today. Also, this recorded session and access codes to this pre-prod testing environment so that you can perform some test actions for us. Dennis, anything we missed?
No, I think we covered everything, and we'll make sure you get the answer on the Amish stuff as well. I know Mike McNally, the section chief, talked in detail about that prior to this. I just don't recall the details of it. So be looking for some appointments for some UAT testing. That'll be a crucial part of this. So it'll be coming near you soon. To you soon, excuse me.
If no other questions, I think I can call it a day. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.